Well, hey, welcome to another edition of Trash Talk. But
Yeah,
this is a kind of a special show because it's all about Valentine's Day. I mean,
I can't do it.
there it is. How's
There
that?
you go. Yeah. Valentine's Day. Oh, man. Bum, bum, bum.
and
Here
we
we are.
and we love our listeners who not only watch our show every week. I mean, there's people that actually send notes to me that say, I would not miss this show on Tuesday mornings for anything. That it's like filling up the tank with gas to get you started for that long trek ahead. We kind of get people's motors going, and I love that. And I also love the input we're getting from the Patriot Sandwich Company, our friend over there, David Jordan and his staff. Great people. They're saying people are coming in almost every day and talking about trash talk. It's kind of bittersweet because David loves to hear that, but it costs him a drink with every sandwich that they order. Because if you mention trash talk, when you go in to get your sandwich, you're going to get a drink about the size of Lake Michigan to go along with your sandwich. And great sandwiches. And you were telling me that they've added soup to the menu too, and there's some new soups there to have during the cold months. So I got to get over there and try one of the soups.
Yeah, they've added soups and, David's always coming up with new ideas, new sandwiches. So I'm really excited to see what he's going to come up with as he gets going. He's only been around for a year.
I
So
know. That's
he's got a lot to
incredible.
do. Yeah, it
And
is.
and kudos to him and his staff because they have built a great business. Not only did he open and then all of a sudden get smacked with COVID and had to close for a bit and then reopen with restrictions, but he has really gone that extra mile for the public to make sure that he has good food for them. And there's also a residual, and that is that a portion of every sandwich that's purchased, a bit of that goes to We Got Your Six, which is a nonprofit organization helping veterans. So it's a win, 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 win all the way around. Get over there in Denton to the Patriot Sandwich Company. Tell them that Stu and Brandon from Trash Talk sent you over. You'll get that free drink, and you'll make him feel good because he knows that he's getting the word out about We Got Your Six
Absolutely.
there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And now's a good time because you can take your honey over there and not only have a great meal, but right now, if you put your name and your email address in an envelope and mail it to Trash Talk, Box 5444, Frisco, Texas 75035, you'll be entered to win a meal for two on Valentine's Day. We're going to pick out one of our entries. They're going to win a meal for two over at Patriot Sandwich Company, and you will have the meal of your life free because it's on us.
Yeah, that was awesome of David to be part of that and really be supporting that. So guys, make sure if you got to rewatch this, 17 times to write it down, you do that. Okay.
That's right. So, as I say, it's Valentine's Day again every year.
Yeah.
A part of me wants to say that it was just a kind of a made up holiday, just to get more candy sold, and they actually sell more roses on Valentine's Day than almost the rest of the year combined.
Which is crazy because they jacked the prices up
Yeah,
on Valentine that whole week or two, the month really. I mean, roses aren't cheap anyway, but they jacked the prices up. And I don't know.
well,
I hope I'm not the negative side here, but my thing is, I when I would buy flowers, obviously I don't really buy flowers anymore, but when I did, I never did it on the typical days. I never did it on Valentine's Day. I never did it on the birthdays or sweetest day or anything like that. I always did it on the one-off days, not just because I felt it was very cliche to buy it, and I'm not putting anybody down. But
right.
I saw the prices on Valentine's Day, and I'm like, they're gonna die in a week.
That's right. Well, see what I did was the day after Valentine's Day, like the day after Christmas, when all the decorations go on sale, the day after Valentine's Day, all of a sudden those, $40 a dozen roses are now, $12.99. I buy them and I put them in the freezer and I save them for the next year.
Makes sense. It's like leftovers.
Oops, I just let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah. Your wife is watching. She knows.
Yes.
You know what you could do is you could just get seeds and plant your own, and then make it really special.
Yeah, just go there and clip a few of them off. Yeah.
I don't know. But I thought Valentine. I know Sweetest Day is a Hallmark holiday. It's a joke. It's a Hallmark holiday. But I did some research on Valentine's Day, and there's a lot of information on it actually. And I didn't realize. There really was the Catholic Church recognizes 3 Saint Valentines. I didn't know that. And they've kind of taken pieces, and there's still some mystery of Saint Valentine and what he did. But apparently back in, I think it was, I don't know, a long time ago, we'll say.
A long time ago and far, far away.
I think it was in the 3rd century in Rome. Emperor Clydius, I don't know, the 2nd or 3rd, used to take the young men and enlist them in the Roman army because he realized that the young men would last longer. He also said they couldn't get married until they were out of the army. St. Valentine's would perform marriages for them behind closed doors. And so his thing was spreading love around, blah, blah, blah. He got persecuted and killed, which, sounds about right. And then, and all that. So that's part of it. But then there's also another one where he would go and help. It all relates to young couples. He would help the young women find young men and put them together. And again, he got killed too. So I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Well, I got a version that's kind of interesting. And this also goes back to the Romans, and they celebrated what was called the Feast of Lupercalia.
Did you say chupacabra? What? That's a Mexican thing. That's not Roman.
Yeah, and they did it on Cinco de Mayo.
These Italians are crazy. Trust me, I know.
So, all right. So here was the story. The men would sacrifice a goat and a dog, and then they would whip the women with the hides of the animals they had just slain. The Roman romantics were drunk, they were naked, and the young women would actually line up for the men to hit them because they believed that this would make them fertile.
Sounds like my Tuesday night.
Yeah, it also sounds like a scene from Animal House.
I got to be honest with you. I'm not sure what that has to do with love at all or Valentine's Day, but that's a party, man. God bless the Romans.
Yeah, I mean, to walk into a room full of naked men and naked women who are whipping on each other with the hides of some dead animals. I mean, that's some serious stuff going on.
I could get away with not doing the dead animal goat thing, but
yeah,
drinking, running around naked. I mean, it's like the college days,
I reserve myself now down to getting a little box of those little heart-shaped sugar, candies.
Yeah.
That have the little sayings on that.
Yep.
Do you eat those every year?
I'm going to tell you, like candy corn, I hate those. It's like condensed sugar with some chalky taste. I hate them. I cannot stand them now.
And yeah, I think, and that goes along with my conspiracy theory. I think those were started by the American Dental Association. That they made those little solid sugar things up so people would get cavities and have to go to their dentist.
I do like the chocolates, though. There's a lot of good chocolate out there. Speaking of chocolate, I don't know what's going on with me. I must be like in Negativeville or something today. It was last week too. I gotta change my mood. But anyway, I just found out that Godiva is closing all stores across the country.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, they've been around for centuries.
I mean, I know you can still order it online. They're not going out of business per se as a chocolate company, but the stores were huge.
The retail.
I dated a girl that worked at Godiva. I met her when she was handing out samples years ago. And I've always liked Godiva, not because of her. That's just a little fact. But yeah, they announced it. So if you want Godiva, go to the store because they're going to be gone in the next month or so, and then you can have to order online.
Yeah.
But I like the chocolate.
You have to switch over to Fannie Mae.
Fannie Mae, yeah, you're right. Just don't buy those stupid heart candies. They're awful.
and believe me, if you do like those little heart candies, you better eat them on Valentine's Day because they get stale real quick. And if you wait until eat those on the 4th of July, they're going to crack your teeth.
If you eat them on 2 days after Valentine's Day, they'll crack your teeth. They're like rocks. Yeah. You know, I remember being in school, though, elementary school, and I don't even know if they do this anymore, and having our Valentine's Day parties. And we would all, make our little envelopes or boxes and decorate them to get Valentines. And everybody, and there'd always be that, as a boy, there'd always be that one girl. You're like, man, I hope it's a good one, and you'd make them special, just a little note or an extra piece of candy. They probably don't do it now because they're afraid of offending somebody.
XO.
Yeah. I put 10 XOs on there hoping she'd get the message, like.
Yeah. And then she wrote back and she'd say, I'd love a Dos Equis.
I actually, this is going to get weird. Something's wrong with me, but second grade, I remember I had the biggest crush on a girl named, I'm going to call her out, Kim Renzima. And she was like brown hair, cute girl. She was new to our class. And I remember Valentine's Day came along and I had the Valentines and I had WWF Valentine's cards at the time. And I remember writing on there like, so nice to meet you and all those like little, and I thought I was flirting in second grade, but I don't know. There you go.
You should Google her or go on to Facebook and see if she's still around.
I'm going to, man. She's probably married with 17 kids.
Remember me? I'm Brandon from the 3rd grade. I sent you a Valentine's card. Maybe we should get together sometime.
Man, if I start going back to second grade trying to hook up on Valentine's Day, I gotta talk to somebody.
You're right, yeah. But again, I think the Valentine's cards too, especially those little ones. And yeah, the kids, I remember that sitting at your desk, and you used to buy them. They were like 100 in a package and all. And you'd write them, and you'd write the same thing to everybody. Happy Valentine's Day, XOXOXO, and a little heart and all that kind of stuff. And then you'd mail it. And then all the girls would sit there and they'd open up their Valentine's cards and they all realized that they all got the same thing on the same cards. So
I remember in high school too, you used to be able to, the student body would get together and they would sell carnations or some sort of stupid flower. And
those were cheap roses.
Yeah, cheap roses, you could buy them and send them to somebody in the classroom. They had, but the money went to, I don't know, whatever. And I did that a couple times, but then I just got funny. I just sent them to my friends. I'd be like, aha, here comes Jeremy. And I'd give Jeremy a flower from me, and, I don't know. I never really got in. I never really did the big Valentine's Day stuff. I always did something, whether I was in a relationship or married. Matter of fact, when I was married for Valentine's Day, I did something so special last year that I think she'll remember it for the rest of her life. We got divorced, so that was great. And
right here.
And guess what?
Here's a box of chocolate, and please sign these papers.
And it got finalized on Valentine's Day.
Ouch.
Woo.
And by the way, you don't get a rose.
Apparently I'm not making. I'm getting kicked off The Bachelor. So, But yeah, no, Valentine's Day is, it always amazes me too, that for the restaurant industry, I wonder what they're going to do this year, you know?
Yeah, were there special? Did you ever have like special drinks for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, we came out with a couple different, I couldn't remember the recipes.
I guess red wine was a big.
Red wine. I would do, well, and then when I got into more of the beer bars, I would do special Valentine's Day beers, because there's a couple breweries that release specialty beers. There's a brewery called Boulevard from Kansas, Kansas City, and they released their chocolate stout. It is one of the most sought after beers because they use a local chocolate there that's been that way for, I don't know how long they've been around. So I would get a keg of that, and then Lakewood here in a keg. Yeah, not for me, but for.
Oh. I mean, that's a serious chocoholic.
And it was delicious too. It was like drinking dessert. And then Lakewood would do a raspberry temptress, which is their milk stout, but it was made with raspberry. And I would release those on Valentine's Day and do a special. And it was fun, you know, it kind of gave somebody the alternative, something different to do and all that. Sometimes they have live music. And a lot of times though, you know, the actual day of Valentine's Day is not nearly as busy as the day before or the days before, because everybody stays away.
Yeah, you know, but that's one of those few holidays. It's on a particular date. So
yes.
A different day of the week each year. You know, unlike some of those all Monday holidays, or Thanksgiving is always the third, you know, or fourth Thursday of November. You know, this is a specific date on the 14th of February. So
exactly, yeah.
You know, so, I imagine when it falls on a Friday, Saturday or so, that things are really busy. If it falls on a Wednesday, you know, everybody passes out those little cards around the office.
Well, that's what I wonder, you know, and I haven't seen any advertising yet for Valentine's Day at many places right now. But I just wonder what they're going to do this year, because there are still restrictions on eating. I mean, yeah, they're open, but they're not at full capacity. And then of course you've got the people. I mean, are they going to go out? You know, money's tight, COVID's here, all that nonsense. You know, I don't think it's going to be as big as it normally is.
No, but a couple of tips is you might want to get some Godiva chocolate if you can find it before they go out of business.
Yeah, because otherwise you got to order.
You put that in the freezer too.
That'll last.
Yeah, and the other thing you can do is you can get over to Patriot Sandwich Company and get yourself a nice sandwich. And if you really want, for Valentine's Day, you want to make it, you know, because everything is red on Valentine's Day, have them put an extra couple slices of tomato on your sandwich. You know,
throw it up there.
Add that color. And
that's true.
Remind you to enter our Valentine's Day promotion. For the address and everything, I'll tell you what you do. Rewind this show to the beginning and all the information that you need for what to do to enter our Valentine's giveaway for a meal for two at Patriot Sandwich Company. And then the other thing you got to remember to do is to be right back here again next week at the same time, right?
Every Tuesday, 8 a.m. I mean, you can watch it at 9, but if you really want to get the full picture, 8 a.m., you can watch it on any of the social media outfits, I don't know what I'm saying, platforms, YouTube. I mean, we're everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever, Anchor. I mean.
And if we're not there, tell them to get us, because we are getting to be so popular that one day Brandon might be able to hire that chauffeur to take him back and forth to work.
I'm still working on it.
All right. Catch you all next week. Be well. Happy Valentine's Day.